Salut tout le monde. Aujourd'hui épisode sur Game of Thrones de la série Telltale Game. Donc Telltale Game bien connu pour ses épisodes de Walking Dead ou de Wolf Among Us. Bon, il y a eu Jurassic Park avant que j'avais assez apprécié, mais c'était plus du point and click classique. Donc là on se retrouve sur la version française. Logiquement, si tout fonctionne, on va vite faire regarder les réglages. C'est pas très pro, mais on sait jamais. J'ai pas envie de lancer le jeu et de devoir tout retoucher derrière. Donc voilà, le patch FR est arrivé, donc ce qui va faire du bien. Donc ce sont des jeux très prenants, hein, notamment pour leur histoire en général, qui, même si elle est toute tracée, est toujours assez prenante parce que c'est toujours des choix compliqués à faire. Choisir, bon, je sais pas si c'est forcément le cas tout le temps, mais qui va mourir, qui des choses comme ça, qui sauver, qui. C'est comme ça dans les anciens jeux. Je vais pas spoiler quoi que ce soit si jamais vous voulez y jouer, mais en tout cas, ça reste de très bons jeux. J'ai fini la saison 2 de Walking Dead très récemment et elle est un peu en deçà de la première, mais le reste sympathique. Donc voilà, donc en avant et c'est parti. Continuer. Non, on va... Ouais, continuer. J'avais déjà une partie, mais je crois j'avais des soucis de patch. Donc on va voir si ça a fonctionné. Disons que le menu est en français, mais le jeu non. Donc, va comprendre pourquoi. Alors, oui, c'est jeu, voilà. Donc là, c'était en français, mais après, ça ne marchait pas. Donc on va vérifier. Hop. Pendant des siècles, la maison Forrester fut une alliée loyale de la maison Stark. Donc le jeu reprend, si je me trompe pas, hein, si j'ai bien lu, après un certain épisode de la saison 3, l'épisode 9, qui s'appelle le mariage rouge, si je me trompe pas, et qui était un épisode assez marquant, je ne vais rien dire, mais je crois que le jeu reprend juste après. Mais en tout cas, les personnages existants sont dans le jeu, et ça reprend une histoire un peu annexe, on va dire. Avec une nouvelle famille, sûrement des interventions avec des personnages connus. Bon, je pense pas qu'on pourra tuer Tyrion, hein, ça m'étonnerait. Mais on sait jamais. Faut être prêt à tout avec ce genre de jeu, donc... Voilà. Donc je risque de peu parler parce que je suis pris dans le jeu, parce que je le découvre en même temps. Et j'adore ce genre de jeu, donc je vous laisse suivre en même temps que moi. C'est pour ça que j'ai mis les sous-titres. Bon, pour lire aussi, parce que je comprends pas tout, sinon.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
Ouais, je lave mon épée.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. And I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take
Donc il y a toujours plusieurs choix qui peuvent alterner avec les personnages qui nous parlent. Des fois ils le prennent bien, des fois ils le prennent mal. Ça veut peut-être rien dire, mais des fois sur plusieurs épisodes plus tard, ce choix a un impact en fait. Parce qu'il va te le répéter en disant ouais mais t'as dit ça à l'époque.
Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
You think he's lying?
Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
You do it.
You're his squire. It's your job, not mine.
Voilà, Bowen s'en souviendra, donc peut-être qu'il nous le rappellera en disant ouais t'es un branleur ou j'en sais rien.
I'll do it.
Norrin's family.
Donc on incarne un écuyer en fait,
For centuries.
de la maison Forrester.
His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
Fait que disons pour jouer à ce jeu, si on ne connaît pas Game of Thrones, ça ne sert à rien d'y jouer, vous allez être perdu complètement aussi. Il parle de personnages qui existent déjà,
Tonight we celebrate.
et c'est vrai que sans savoir, c'est un peu hard.
To Robb Stark, The king in the north!
The king
King in the north!
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the
Voilà.
greatest honor.
Donc ça parle juste avant l'épisode du mariage rouge.
And ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Ouais.
To the Lannisters!
Winter is coming!
Ouais.
Let's hope it waits till this bloody war's over.
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your...
Je veux devenir un chevalier.
What can I offer you?
Je veux me battre.
Well,
Let me fight for you, my lord.
you've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the valley.
Ouais, en première ligne pour se faire
Not as
défoncer.
a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
So I'm no longer a squire?
As of tomorrow, no. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight, and I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Empty.
Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Va te faire foutre. Moi, je suis passé chevalier.
Fetch more wine. Scrub my armor. Clean my
Je crois que lui, à mon avis, on aura le choix de le trahir, d'envoyer chier.
Ignoring while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once.
Oh, tais-toi.
Shut up, Bowen.
Tiens, t'es pas mon copain.
See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms.
Mais moi, je vais le
I
faire.
suppose this beats pig farming.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farming. All I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life.
Toi, oui.
Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
Or easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
Ah, ils ont des bons accents anglais, c'est magnifique. Bastion de la maison frais. Les noces pourpres, bah oui, bah c'est ça. Le mariage rouge, les noces pourpres. Ça se trouve, c'est moi qui me trompe dans le nom de l'épisode. Mais...
Take your time.
Oh, je veux un calot comme le sien.
Drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase.
Tu fais la baston?
Nice night for a wedding.
Il se passe quelque chose.
Finds a willing husband for one of his daughters. Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
J'ai une tête de triste.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
Nothing. I'm fine.
I'm so glad to hear it. I'll take the fucking flagon already.
Bah, prends-le là, t'es trop suspicieux
What's
là.
wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Oh, j'en ai rien à foutre de bonne.
Good luck.
Eh ben il est mort, Bowen. Oh, rien à foutre. Bon après peut-être que le choix de sauver Bowen aurait peut-être fait place à d'autres altercations avec lui plus tard en fait. Mais bon, en général, quand un personnage dans Telltale Game doit mourir, il mourra d'une manière ou d'une autre, que ce soit au bout de 5 minutes ou au bout de 3 épisodes. On peut très bien garder Bowen jusqu'à l'épisode 3-4, mais il mourra comme une merde au bout d'un moment. C'est ce que je disais. L'histoire est déjà toute tracée, mais le moyen d'y parvenir change en fait. Hop. Voilà. Tiens, prends ça dans ta chenesse. Ah, c'est triste ça. Je sais même pas, oui, j'ai eu le réflexe de le faire. Voya! Ah. Merci, Gonguin. Les chariots de feu! Ah oui, il faut que j'avance, sinon je pense que je vais mourir. Bon, on peut mourir, mais on revient au checkpoint. Ah! Voilà, c'est beaucoup de point and click hein, finalement dans les actions. Après quelques phases on avance un petit peu. Ah ouais mais non mais là je vais me faire avoir là. Oula. Je pense qu'il va se faire rouler dessus par les chevaux lui. Ah, c'est moche, ça fait mal ça sûrement. Rodrigue! Non! Ah oui, c'est de ta faute, t'avais qu'à pas l'appeler aussi. Ah, la guerre, c'est moche. Il est où?
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
C'est pas de ma faute, hein.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him? Speak up, boy.
I had to leave him. I had no other choice.
Ah, je crois que lui, ça va pas être mon copain, lui.
Quickly.
Je préférais pas lui mentir, parce qu'après, ça aurait été encore pire. Oh non! Mon copain!
You fucking traitor. Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Fuyons comme des lâches. Oh, j'ai mal. Oh, il s'appelle... Ah,
You're wounded, my lord.
ah bon?
Suffered worse.
Ça saigne.
Guard this with your life.
Oh!
Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs.
D'accord, donc on a l'épée forestière. Si je la veux pas...
I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
There's still time, my lord. We can both
You
get...
must go.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me.
Ok.
Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost.
Dis-lui.
Tell no one
Ah,
but him.
ah.
Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house.
J'ai
may
pas
depend
compris.
on it.
The North Grove, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
Go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters.
Ouh. Vas-y, j'attrape les épées à main nue, moi. Ah, c'était... Et le mec est juste là, tu sais. Mais allez, casse-toi! Ah, les jeunes. Oh, on a le droit même au générique. C'est sympa. Bon, c'est un peu plus laid que la série, mais bon, disons que c'est sympathique. C'est une initiative cool. Le mur. Voilà, c'était plus... je pense que celui-là était plus un tutoriel pour lancer l'aventure. Bon, après... Et la prochaine saison de Game of Thrones arrive bientôt. Épisode 1 de la glace née, le fer. Suspense. Alors... Je sais pas, je pense que je ferai peut-être cet épisode en deux parties. Je vais peut-être couper, mais je les continuerai l'un à l'autre. Je les sortirai peut-être sur des jours d'alternance. Ou je le ferai tout d'un coup. Je verrai. Ça se trouve, je verrai pas le temps passer, je vais tout faire d'un coup. Ok, donc je regarde aux alentours. Bon, y a pas grand chose à voir, quoi. Le cochon. Du sang. En tout cas, ils ont changé un petit peu leur interface d'observation qui est plus propre, je trouve. C'est moins grossier. C'est vrai que c'était un peu... comment dire... pas très beau. Là, voilà, le petit grec, regardez, plus propre. Mais c'est peut-être voulu avec le jeu aussi, hein, qui fait peut-être plus classique. Du sang, un cochon mort, que se passe-t-il? En tout cas, bah, rien que pour la mort de Bowen dès le début, c'est ce qui est bien, c'est que c'est un peu comme les épisodes. Bon, même si les épisodes, au bout d'un moment, on sent un peu que ça vient par moment les décès ou ce qui va se passer, mais là, ça vient direct. Voilà, je veux dire, on n'a pas le temps de s'attacher et il meurt et c'est fini. Voilà, c'est un peu comme les épisodes. Au moins, j'espère que au moins ce jeu sera imprévisible et qu'on s'attendra pas forcément à ce qui arrive directement. Quoique les autres jeux de Telltale en général sont assez imprévisibles. Je pense notamment à pas mal de morts sur Walking Dead. J'ai pas fini encore Wolf Among Us, donc j'ai fait les 4 premiers épisodes. J'ai pas encore fini. Oh Bolton, c'est pas des gentils ça dans la série. Non, le cochon! Oh! Brigitte Bardot, regarde ça.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Ok, je m'en vais.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the
Ah,
fucking
je vais pas tirer l'épée, je vais me faire défoncer.
I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
I killed a man for it.
Did you? Now why don't I believe you?
Non, pas du tout. Aïe! Ah, mon épée pèse 130 kilos.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my
Land.
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North.
Effectivement.
I reckon he like a proper lordly sword like that.
Oh merde, oups là, j'ai failli oublier d'appuyer moi. Je serais déjà mort. Oh là là, ça combat. Non, papy.
I'll have that sword, boy.
On peut pas lui donner, tiens. Va te faire foutre.
Fuck you.
Fuck. Oh bah dis donc, il est beau le combat. Hein. Bah, je vais me faire défoncer. Voilà. Bon bah c'était bien. La quête de l'épée est déjà finie. Une fourche. Oh, je vais me battre à la fourche moi. Moi j'aime bien, je suis un pégu. Oh, 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 oh. Voilà, ça c'est bon la fourche. Et là je vais prendre la hache, je pense. Ah non. Ça y est, je me bats à la pique. Ah, il ne m'a pas vu venir, hein, du tout. À 3 km je cours. 100 mètres d'élan. Non. Oh, je peux rien faire là. Eh ben, il a de la force ce petit pégu. Bon, j'ai à peine eu le temps. Voilà, j'ai l'épée.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family.
Bon, rien à foutre.
Survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
Qu'est-ce que je fais?
Following orders. No, please.
See you hang for this. That much I promise.
Voilà. Et donc là justement ce genre de phrase veut tout dire. Donc en gros, se souviendra de ça, je ne l'aurais pas tué, peut-être que l'altercation qu'un prochain personnage aurait été plus soft. Donc là ça se trouve j'arrivais, ils vont vouloir me tuer direct, ah t'es un connard. Et voilà, c'est ce genre de truc. Bon là c'est parce que dans ce genre de jeu, j'aime bien être un salaud, c'est tout simple. Je joue pas au jeu pour être un gentil garçon comme tous les bons jeux en général. Donc là j'en profite. Puis de toute manière, la rejouabilité est immense parce qu'on peut... voilà, je peux très bien lancer l'épisode et faire d'autres choix juste pour voir qu'est-ce qui va se passer. Parce que les épisodes durent en moyenne 1 heure, 1 heure et demie. Je sais pas trop la durée de vie pour ceux de Game of Thrones. Que les autres jeux... Ah bah il est mort papa. Oh merde. Je vais même pas regarder. Ah, si tu mets une clope, hein. Très bien. Soyons détendus. Je ne suis pas sponsorisé, j'ai bien le droit de me perdre. Donc là on a fini un autre chapitre. Normalement je crois qu'il y a 7 chapitres par épisode, si je ne me trompe pas. Donc voilà.
It's Garrett!
C'est Gareth!
Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett.
Gareth.
I was too late.
Cigarette.
You were already dead.
Bring the maester.
Je
Meet
fais des
us in
blagues.
the Great Hall, quickly.
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
C'est pas bien, non?
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut.
Ah, il faut faire une saignée, je pense. Il faut couper la jambe. Voilà, je suis pas sûr de pouvoir sauver la jambe.
Justice was swift.
Ah, la bonne époque du Moyen-Âge.
No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But
Voilà,
the
il est en train de me reprocher le meurtre du mec en fait.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Ah, des larves. Miam.
Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Mets le doigt dedans. Oh, miam, c'est bon. Ah, faut que je fasse un petit truc. Tac. Allez, j'ouvre. Ah, c'est dégoûtant.
These are dark
Ah.
days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The
J'espère.
future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit.
Ah bah oui, à vif.
Hold this for me, will
Nous,
you?
nous on pleure quand on a une piqûre, mais eux j'imagine bien à l'époque quoi.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Comment il le sait?
Odd, though, that
Balèze.
he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Je vais pas lui dire.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Although I'd imagine Lord
Il m'a dit de le
Forrester
dire qu'à
would
lui, alors je vais pas le
sacrifice
dire.
himself to save anyone from this house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now.
Je sais même plus à qui je dois le dire en fait, j'ai déjà
See
oublié.
if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Il est mort. Voilà, ok, c'était la grande interaction. Oh non, non, on va peut-être regarder. Des fois, il y a des trucs anodins, oui. On va peut-être voir un truc qui va faire l'interaction. Je sais pas si je dois lui dire, je sais plus. Ah, déjà que le personnage est pas très rapide à la base, mais là... Je vais toucher le seau.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Un bon seau de larve. Miam. On peut toujours en avoir besoin. Si on les prend, c'est pas pour rien. À mon avis, ça servira. Et on va prendre les herbes curatives, on va faire une belle petite potion de druide.
This might help.
Oui, à mon avis, oui. À mon avis, il y aura une raison. Parler au maître lorsque vous avez fini. D'accord, ok. Ouais, le tableau, on s'en fout. La tapisserie.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose.
Non, un mur invisible. Ah, je vais aller dans le feu.
I'll show you.
Je vais juste voir par là s'il y a quelque chose. Non. A priori, rien. Et on va parler au maître. J'ai déjà lui parlé avant de lui montrer l'épée.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the White Hills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
The White Hills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Oh, pardon.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell.
J'ai pas montré l'épée du coup.
Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Bon, vous avez rien à foutre.
My lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened.
Oh, la gentille
Is
Talia.
it true? Your family...
Ils sont morts.
sorry.
Me too.
Pas très belle, Talia. Hein.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Au lit des enfants. Oui.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course
My
he
lady.
did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but
Je me tâte à lui
before I
dire.
ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much.
Je vais lui donner l'épée.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester.
Je vais pas lui dire.
He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response. It's too dangerous, especially now. Now is the time to prove our
Parce que, je sais
I'll
pas,
be
je
sure
sens
it's
mal.
given to Ethan.
against aggression.
Bah, j'espère.
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family. I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Ramsay sera cinglé dans la série.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
C'est facile, hein.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right.
Excusez-moi.
We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
On a le choix entre être intelligent et attaquer. Choisis d'être plus intelligent.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty.
C'est comme la série, hein. Ça parle beaucoup.
This, I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
Voilà, donc le meurtre prend quand même tout son sens.
Defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same.
Oh, je les
as any
emmerde.
man would.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye, you'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
T'es un salaud.
Don't send me away.
We have no choice, Garrett.
Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond the reach of the Boltons.
You're sending him to the war.
Oh.
The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
Salopard.
You can't send me to the wall. I'm not a criminal.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction.
Je pense
upon us.
qu'on aurait quand même été au mur dans tous les cas, mais d'un autre moyen.
I know it's difficult to understand, but you must think of the house.
Still not right.
No, it's not. But it's what's best.
That settles it then.
Bon, bah je m'en vais au mur.
You can have my horse.
Ah bah c'est
I
sympa.
see you have plenty of food.
Merci.
But we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for you. Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance.
Lâche.
I would. And God's willing someday, I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you're not a criminal, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
You're the only family I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Disons que je pense dans le jeu, il faut se faire confiance vraiment à personne. Donc si on m'a dit de le dire long, je le dis à long. Ouais, donc je pense que ça c'est la devise de la maison Forrester.
You represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
A plus. Maigre Russell Crowe et faux Jamie Lannister.
Garrett, wait.
Non, je suis pas belle. Oh, le pendentif. Si j'en veux pas.
Be safe.
Toi, je sens qu'on va finir ensemble. Maigre Russell Crowe. Sauvegarde. Ah ouais, c'est bien ce que je me disais. Normalement, je crois qu'on prend 3 personnages dans cet épisode. 3 histoires différentes. Ah, donc Ethan. Donc lui, c'est le futur chef de la maison Forrester.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Il est derrière un arbre. C'est pas compliqué, hein.
He hides too well.
On est des enfants.
He would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win.
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's
Be
just
happy.
a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here.
Oh, les
And I
enfants.
promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
I'll have him punished for saying that.
C'est pas gentil.
Milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry.
Qui est Asher? Je ne sais pas.
Everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Fais contrarier. T'es trop chiante.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once.
C'est bon, les bonnes paroles, on s'en fout. Hein. Ouais, je l'ai cassé dans son délire.
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Bah en même temps, je suis le seigneur, hein, c'est bon. Hein, les enfants. Pourquoi il va dans l'autre sens? Ok, donc il y en a un qui vient là et l'autre il part là. Non, c'est pas logique là. Quand on suit, on va pas dans l'autre sens.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Un bon guerrier, ça. Voyons voir ce qu'il se passe.
Lord Ethan, is it?
Ah, oui.
My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur.
Donc je vais te défoncer, toi.
I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now
Je sens que ça va chier, c'est bon ça.
to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye, and we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Lord Whitehill, please.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ah, d'accord, c'est le pas beau.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
La petite phrase, la petite punchline. Eh, gros connard.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Donc je pense qu'on va peut-être prendre Mira après. Changement de personnage.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Oh, c'est un peu moyen, on s'ennuie un petit peu, hein. J'avoue qu'il se passe pas grand chose. Enfin voilà. Ok.
Ethan made this for me.
Oh, le gentil Ethan.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Lady Marjorie, donc c'est pour quand on regarde la série, c'est la femme qui doit épouser le roi de j'ai oublié le nom, de King's Landing en VO. Port-Réal. Donc voilà, le roi Geoffrey.
What a strange place, Essos.
Car je le rappelle, nous sommes juste après, pour situer dans les saisons de Game of Thrones, nous sommes dans juste après la saison 3 en fait. Donc on est entre la saison 3 et la saison 4 en fait. Et donc là maintenant on attend la saison 5, donc on aura sûrement des rapports avec ce qui se passe dans la série, mais tout en étant à côté je pense. Du coup j'ai pas lu ce qu'elle a dit, mais on s'en fout, de toute façon ça doit être encore une connerie de blablatage bien gentillet. Ça se trouve c'était important, mais bon bah tant pis. Hein. Le gros livre poussiéreux.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Ouais, en gros, tu parles tout seul et tu regardes les cadeaux que tous ceux qui sont morts t'ont fait. Quoi.
To see them all someday.
Tu les reverras pas, ils sont morts. Oh, que je souris de me voir si belle.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Bon, j'espère que ça bougera un peu avec elle parce que la demoiselle en détresse qui fait que de se plaindre, ça va être chiant.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Oui.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Later would be best.
Of course.
Ouais, j'avais pas envie. Ouais, dégage. On le reverra plus tard. Oh la vache, on dirait... Ouais, elle est mal faite, on dirait un Gremlins. Ou dans Gremlins 2, le mec qui fait le vampire, et la même coupe de cheveux. Oh non, j'espère pas qu'on va marcher et discuter. Oh, ça va être chiant. C'est moyen ça. Hein.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now.
Ah, on va aller voir Cersei.
I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Moi, je foutrais bien le bordel juste pour faire chier tout le monde. Ah, je suis sûr que 1 mètre à côté, on n'entend plus. Tout à fait. Attendez. Je recule. Vous ne m'entendez plus, hein? Et là? Voilà. Ah, vous ne me voyez plus. Hé hé. Fait toujours rire ça dans les films où ils se décartent d'1 mètre et puis genre on les entend plus, ils sont discrets. Bon, entre l'épisode du gamin qui est un petit peu ennuyant et ça s'ennuie un petit peu, ce serait peut-être temps que ça bouge, hein. Mais bon, c'est comme un épisode de Game of Thrones où ça dure 45 minutes sur 47 et les 30 dernières secondes sont importantes. Peut-être que... Ah. Mais à mon avis, je ne suis pas certain, mais un des trois y passe. Donc un des trois personnages qu'on a utilisé, et je pense que ce sera le gamin. Tuer des enfants. Ah, Tyrion.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Les Lannister payent toujours leurs dettes. Non, je vais m'agenouiller quand même.
Your Grace.
Ouais, elle est contente.
Girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House
Jedi.
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Bah oui, je vais dire oui s'il faut entendre tout
Is
ce qu'elle
your
dit.
family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you, if you have any loyalty at all.
Elle est pas
Is your
contente.
house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned, but now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
J'ai peut-être fait une connerie, moi.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities.
J'ai fait de la merde.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Oh, t'es pareil.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh là, j'ai fait des bêtises, je crois que j'ai répondu tout à côté. Bon, lui, il est bien fait par contre, Tyrion.
I'll walk you out.
Merci.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
Ah mais là je m'amuse pas moi par contre, c'est long.
It is the master of coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Écoute, faut bien faire avancer l'histoire. Je pense que dans tous les cas, il fallait prendre un choix. Donc.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Dangereux.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
J'ai fait de la merde, mais bon.
Has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
No.
I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match!
Oui, c'est vrai que c'est un peu, ce serait un peu bizarre.
And...
What are you doing?
Oh, elle est pas contente. Bah, j'ai fait nappe en même temps.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game.
It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
J'ai bien fait pour une fois.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow.
Je suis sûr que Sarah va nous trahir, mais bon. Allez, parce que sinon ça aurait pu être ma copine.
Our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but...
On va voir ce qui se passe. Hop là, je fais tomber des trucs, moi.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Oui, tu l'as dit 3 fois qu'elle insistait.
Knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Tu parles au nom de ta famille, toi. C'est risqué, hein.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
J'envoie un corbeau. Je me suis toujours demandé comment les corbeaux ou colombes, ou je sais pas trop ce qu'ils envoient, arrivent toujours à destination en fait. Bah comment il peut être sûr qu'il va au bon endroit? C'est un peu bizarre. Bon, je pense que je vais faire l'épisode en entier, hein, je vais pas couper. Voilà. Je regarde l'heure, je sais pas ça combien de temps que je suis dedans.
7 hours.
Bon, j'espère que lui c'est l'action parce que là, ça fait une demi-heure qu'on fait rien. Je comprends que vous n'avez pas continué la vidéo, mais là on s'ennuie. Ah, ça c'est Ramsès, ce gros cinglé. Oh oui, discret. Oh la vache.
Not my best work, unfortunately.
I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
Oh, la petite brindille.
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Bon, c'était sûr, ça. C'est pour ça que j'ai pas couru. À mon avis, il est plus très bien, lui. Ah vache. Ça doit faire mal. Je suis un peu déçu parce qu'on est moins pris par l'histoire vu qu'on a 3 protagonistes. Donc du coup on se perd un petit peu. J'espère que ça va se rejoindre au bout d'un moment parce que là on passe de phase, c'est... Voilà, c'est un peu ennuyant quand même, hein.
But 300 generations of Forester lords stand behind you.
300, pas mal.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Grégoire le Bon.
He was fair and wise.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Qu'est-ce que t'as fait? Ah, alors elle, voilà, il va voir le gamin.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a volé?
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Ah non, c'est pas sympa ça par contre.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
Right. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy.
Lord Ethan,
D'accord.
I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This
On
house
chante entre le peuple et les autres en fait.
will never survive the coming winter.
Most of us won't even live to see it. We are in this together. You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
I will decide.
C'est voilà, c'est ce genre de choix qui sont compliqués.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It'll be an injustice, my lord.
Oh, la mort, je pense.
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Ah bah tiens, on a le choix entre les deux. Accorder la grâce. Oh non, je vais lui prendre des doigts.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
Bon, c'est que 3 doigts. Tu survivras, bonhomme.
Please! Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
Ouais, fais-le.
I do not feel ready.
Ah si, allez.
I will carry out the sentence.
Pour le fun, allez.
This is injustice, my lord.
Coucou. T'as qu'à pas voler, c'est pas beau. À cause de ça que l'anarchie se répand, hein? Non mais!
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
As Maester, I cannot support mutilation. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Ouais, donc c'est le bourrin ou le gentil, quoi.
The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of
Évidemment, ces deux autres, ça se voyait gros comme une baraque.
Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel.
Je sais pas.
To show that you are decisive and in control.
En fait, on a le choix entre la sagesse et
Your sentinel will wear this for all
ouais,
to
je
see.
ferai le bon choix.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Je pense qu'il faut prendre un mec bien dur parce que je suis un enfant, donc un
Come
mec.
speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council.
Je sais pas. J'en sais rien, on verra un peu ce qu'ils ont à dire, s'il y en a un qui a quelque chose d'intéressant. Avant que je m'endorme sur cet épisode, si vous ne êtes pas déjà endormis, hein. Je pense, à mon avis, il n'y a plus grand monde. Ben oui, vous voulez le poste, les amis, vous êtes des enfants. Alors, eh ben, on va écouter un peu ce qu'ils ont à dire, je suppose. Hop. Voilà, alors, qu'est-ce que je peux faire? Ryan.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine 2 brothers. I carved this to give me strength.
C'est gentil.
And this, so I remember.
Oh.
I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
And what of your brother Asher? Where's his name?
There's only 2 sides to the blade. Besides, he left, so... Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood.
Oui, le bois, oui.
I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il a à dire, lui?
Sword up, swing left, parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
a word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And you should know that swinging that blade yourself took stones. It was a man's way of justice. Yes, my lord.
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came.
Attends, j'ai pas encore choisi que c'était.
And everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the war. He undermined your authority and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sentenced.
C'est vrai.
He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a hard punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with her.
D'accord. Bon, alors il fuit comme un lâche.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. She insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Talk to you. Allez, talk me. Quand elle va encore me dire, mais il faut choisir l'autre, il est gentil, moi je suis une gentille, et les méchants c'est pas beau.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough.
Ouais, c'est ennuyant là.
I'm concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him.
Oh, c'est pas beau, allez, on s'en
How
fout.
could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
I did what I had to, and I stand by it.
You talk like it was the only thing to be done.
Oh, t'es chiante.
I
Hein.
know you said you'd get angry sometimes, but I didn't think I'd see it so soon.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Ouais, j'aime bien bailler tout le temps.
It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
On va dire l'autre, elle vient.
Definitely be Duncan Tuttle.
Bah oui.
He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Mais je t'écouterai pas, mon choix est déjà fait en fait. Alors, on va parler à Duncan.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
Duncan.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father...
Oh la vache!
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
What do you think of Sir Royland? Do you trust him?
He's a fine warrior, my lord. But he's nowhere near ready to serve as sentinel. I do not trust him. He's likely to lose his temper and get us all killed. And at the worst possible time.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
C'est vrai qu'ils mettent le doute, parce que moi je pars directement sur le guerrier, voilà, c'est le winner, c'est lui quoi. Et là on nous fait penser que ça pourrait être une erreur de jugement que de comment dire, de prendre un mec qui réfléchit pas quoi.
Maester,
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your
Le choix est pas évident.
what is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. Wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
Oh, t'as
What do you
fumé
mean?
toi.
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
Are you holding a sword or a turkey leg?
Ah d'accord, c'était juste ça. Ah, faut que j'aille choisir maintenant alors. Ah, choix compliqué quand même. Parce que lui il nous donne pas de réponse. Et, ouais, voilà, c'est un peu... j'ai des bugs. Je pète un câble. Non, non. Faut bien que je m'abuse un peu là, je m'ennuie là. Quel va être mon choix? Pourquoi je vais vers lui? Parce que je lui donne le bracelet.
I've decided to name you as my sentinel, Sir Royland.
Thank you, my lord, but... Are you...
Oh, vous êtes chiant. Allez, je suis.
Of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But you must summon the small council, man, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester or Tengrin to do it at once.
Ah, qui sont casse-couilles. Oh, j'ai une mèche rebelle là derrière. Hop, on va faire un petit. Voilà. Alors, eh ben, allez, on doit aller parler. Ah, je peux toujours lui donner le bracelet, hein. Ah, non, c'était pas là. Ah, c'est très lent, hein. Je suis un peu déçu quand même, parce que là, ça manque vraiment de comment dire, de...
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Voilà, ça manque de piquant, quoi.
Yes, Maester.
Bon, j'espère que ça sert vraiment à imposer le premier épisode et que les suivants seront un peu plus rythmés. Ils sont pas mauvais en soi, parce que ça reste intéressant. Mais disons que c'est un peu bête, quoi. Je veux dire, c'est très simple, c'est tout con, c'est... Voilà, comparé aux autres jeux, Wolf Among Us c'est bien, bon c'est le jeu d'action, ça c'est clair. Walking Dead est quand même plus cinglant dans les choix parce que c'est toujours des trucs qui nous prennent un peu à cœur en disant merde, lui je l'aime bien, lui je l'aime pas, mais est-ce que c'est pas mieux de prendre lui je l'aime pas parce qu'il est peut-être plus intéressant pour la suite. Voilà, il y a un choix intéressant tout début de saison 2 de Walking Dead, le premier épisode, entre sauver deux personnages. Et il y en a un qui s'est fait mordre et l'autre non. Et celui qui s'est fait mordre est sympa et l'autre est un connard. Et mais dans un sens, il faut prendre un choix logique en se disant peut-être mieux de prendre le mec qui s'est pas fait mordre, c'est peut-être plus utile. Mais c'est vrai que c'est... Voilà quoi. Voilà, on va dire ça.
Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
This is the voice. Oh, ce sera lui et moi je parle là-dessus. Excusez-moi pour ces petites coupures. Je n'ai pas un Windows officiel, donc j'ai toujours ce petit message actualisé machin, donc ça me fait bugger. Allez.
Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so.
Ah bah oui, t'es jaloux.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not? Lord Ethan should hear from all of us.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Exactement. Crotte.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, The wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Qu'est-ce que je choisis? Me battre, un marché ou la diplomatie? La diplomatie, ça sert à rien déjà. Un marché, bon, on va se battre.
Our forces may not be at full strength, but our men are willing to take on this fight. I think Ramsay Snow will see that too.
They may be willing, but are they able, my lord?
My lord, casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect.
Exactement, vous écoutez.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
We don't have enough soldiers to strike fear in a madman like Ramsay Snow. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Oh ouais, tu vas te calmer, bonhomme, hein?
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Bon, c'est la fin sans un peu le punch. Parce que bon là, j'espère pas qu'on va repasser avec la nana pour parler pendant 3 heures.
You have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight.
Ouais, mais c'est un homme en moins.
He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Ouais, vas-y.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester.
Je suis un
Mira
forestier.
stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Oh, pas elle. C'est pas bon, faut pas voler. Moi je vais rien prendre.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important.
Ouais, c'est comme un vrai épisode, hein. Ça parle, ça parle, ça parle, ça parle, ça parle, ça parle, ça parle. Voilà.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Ah, est-ce qu'il va se passer un truc avec elle?
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Bon, cette idée de mettre 3 personnages est pas bonne. Je suis désolé, je n'aime pas. Ah oui, c'est vrai. Bon, allez.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room.
Et je vais oublier, lui.
I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Mais qui sont-ils? La suite au prochain numéro, peut-être? Lui, le garde là, ouais, ça doit être quelqu'un. C'est plusieurs fois qu'on le voit, on voit son visage.
Where the bloody hell is Duncan?
He should be here.
Bon. À mon avis, c'est la fin, là.
We'll do without him.
Ah, Duncan n'est pas là?
King's Landing. I know you don't Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
Sir Royland, I trust you'll keep a level head.
Of course, my lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Complètement cinglé, lui.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton? Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the
Thank you.
Warden
No,
of the...
that's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? The Lord Whitehall told me you were young. This... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
What do you think?
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me.
I only kneel to the king.
Is not the Warden also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father. Perhaps that is what you meant to say.
You see? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Oh, tais-toi le gros sac.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was Forrester Squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
No, you're mistaken. That's not how it happened.
Our men are dead. How it happened is irrelevant. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit
Oh là là, je sens le mauvais truc là.
the Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The Ironwood? But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves!
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills done? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point.
Eh oui.
We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no Trouble? Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's already done. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The seven hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin.
Je sens qu'il va faire une belle connerie.
Ah, twin. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want the brave.
Oh putain. Ah, je me doutais bien qu'il allait mourir. Mais là, pas comme ça.
I think we've come to an understanding. I certainly feel better about all this. However, the foresters need to keep their end.
Oh putain. Oh la vache. Ah, j'ai pas vu venir celui-là.
Take the boy as your ward. Kill him if they give you any
Putain.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Oh la vache.
Help him. Fetch the maester quickly.
You brought this on yourself.
Mama! Stop! Don't let them take me!
You will not take him!
No, please! Ryan, please!
No!
Ryan! Do something!
Ethan?
Eh ben... Waouh. C'était assez ardu quand même. Ah ouais, oui. Ah ouais, mais je m'attendais pas à la mort claque direct. Je me disais bien que c'était le dernier acte, mais pas... Bon, c'est sûr que c'est bien.
Sacrificed himself for us
Sacrifié, non?
He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
Ah bah oui, mais il est mort.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Eh ben, c'était quand même ennuyeux. Ah oui, j'aime bien toujours cette petite fin des choix. Ok, donc je fais partie des gens qui ont laissé mourir, donc je suis en dessous. Ah ouais, donc ouais, j'ai... Ah bah dis donc. Ah ouais, en fait, je suis contradictoire. Mais c'est ce que j'aime. J'aime bien ne pas être d'accord avec tout le monde. Parce que quand je vois, 18% des gens ont coupé les doigts du mec. Moi, j'avais envie. 29% ont mis la loyauté avec Margerie. 38% ont choisi Roland dans Sautilel. janvier mardi, et 61 laisser rentrer Ramsay dans le grand hall. Et je ne sais pas comment ça se serait passé si je ne l'aurais pas laissé rentrer dans le hall. À mon avis, je serais mort. Dans tous les cas, je pense que je dois mourir. Mais c'était assez sympathique. Bon. Enfin voilà. Eh ben écoutez, on se retrouvera certainement pas pour la suite de ce Game of Thrones avec l'épisode 2. Je ferai tous les épisodes, je crois qu'il y en aura 6, donc à mon avis on en a pour 6 mois. Mais merci de m'avoir regardé, si vous avez été jusqu'au bout. De toute manière, je vais ressortir d'autres vidéos à l'avenir. C'est juste que là, ça tombait bien, c'est pour ça que j'ai rien sorti, j'attendais d'avoir le jeu pour sortir un truc là-dessus. Donc je savais pas trop quoi faire d'autre sur le moment, donc je vais faire ça. Je pense que je vais peut-être aller voir du côté de Dying Light, je vais peut-être tester. Enfin voilà, donc sur ce, eh ben, on se voit au prochain numéro pour le Game of Thrones et on se verra sur d'autres vidéos. Voilà, à ciao ciao. Ah ciao ciao, ça veut rien dire. Salut tout le monde.